Welcome. This is Bill Swartz in Scottsdale with Rideshare Redemption. My story from riches to rags to rideshare. My purpose today is to share with you my process for crystallizing and focusing a set of early stage business or creative ideas. Using an exercise that involves creating a document, known generally as a media kit, to describe a product, project, or passion in just a page or two for journalists and members of the media. In the early stages of my executive search career, I met a man named Chip U. Wren, who was at the time the preeminent executive recruiter in Arizona and an icon of excellence and professional perfection. Chip shared with me something he called a file memo one day, which was simply a professionally formatted document, a memo to himself in effect, that he had drafted to flesh out an idea for his own later consumption. I was so impressed that something another individual would just write out longhand, if they would save it at all, this individual would treat as if the contents were being presented to a Fortune 500 company board. I learned that this sort of full-scale private dress rehearsal for a set of ideas forced one to take the exercise as seriously as it deserved to be taken, and produced a stunning set of results over time. One's performance rises to the occasion when you give your own talent an opportunity to be taken seriously. Over time, I came to take anything I expected anyone else to take seriously, any idea or concept, through this level of defining and wordsmithing as the first practical step to developing it. And so I challenge you, the next time you sit down to hone a set of core business, work, or creative ideas, create a work product at the end of the exercise you would be proud to post on social media if it were appropriate, or to send someone instead of a resume in select instances. Use a standard simple format and tool that fits the project, such as the format for a media kit, executive summary, or mission statement. Abundant samples abound via search engine. For my own 2021 Rideshare Redemption Media Kit, I've used a simple one-page format, which provides a summary, premise, vision, backstory, message, audience, and content schedule information. The contents are as follows, edited slightly for this video. In summary, Rideshare Redemption is a free YouTube channel hosted by a nascent rideshare driver based in Scottsdale, Arizona, featuring short essays of 500 to 1,500 words, read aloud, filmed, and uploaded unedited to YouTube. I tell stories with a message, using my personal experiences living homeless on the streets of Phoenix with a shopping cart and 2 dogs in 2016 as a jumping off point. I weave in social and human commentary as gleaned through the lens of rideshare driving, combined with insights into my process for creating a special environment for the passengers I am tasked with delivering, and select reports on real day-to-day experiences as a driver. My premise: rideshare is a phenomenon that cuts across every single level of American society. It seems as if literally everyone is either a passenger or a driver or both. And rideshare driving epitomizes the struggle to survive in an economy where, as often as not, the haves are driving the have-nots for pennies. Likewise, struggle in large and small ways day to day is what the vast majority of Americans do with dignity and courage. Rideshare Redemption places me at this crossroads of disrupted humanity to raise questions and suggest answers. My vision: the intention is to touch the hearts and minds of the audience with personal stories which influence awareness, attitudes, and action in support of those who struggle to survive. Using storytelling, which opens the heart in its poignance, informs the mind, and issues simple calls to action intended to influence thought and behavior positively, leading to greater understanding and love for those who suffer in struggle in all walks of life. The backstory: Rideshare Redemption is motivated by gratitude for a life mostly spent living in fortunate abundance, as well as a desire to make amends for weaving selfishness into success for decades to such an extent that sight was lost of any other purpose, leading to the personal reckoning for me that was street-based homelessness. Rideshare Redemption is a thank you note to everyone who has supported me in thought or action over the course of this quest to turn survival into success. It is informed by the truth of my personal experiences in homelessness, atop a base of knowledge and perspective built traveling the world in support of the birth of the modern tech economy as an executive recruiter and entrepreneur for 30 years prior. My message is that fundamentally survival is success, and that stories of survival in the face of great odds against or in the face of fierce challenge are what define us as human beings as much or more than stories of epic individual or collective greatness. That failure is the essence of success and is one of the building blocks we can use to make our lives better if we choose to and know how. And finally, creating the most effective, adaptive, sustainable possible version of oneself is the single most important task every individual faces. Audience. The initial audience for Rideshare Redemption is middle and upper class, well-educated, and socially aware baby boomers with a desire to better understand the struggle of those who might be just like them but are less fortunate or temporarily challenged by life. Content schedule. I post an average of 2 videos per week, primarily on the weekends, with approximately 20 videos posted in the first few weeks. Each gets instant views that build to respectable double-digit numbers within the first week. Total views in the first month were just under 1,000. I challenge you to use this formal document development approach the next time you have a personal project. It will force you to take all the thinking to a higher level, as well as making anyone you share it with more engaged. Peace.